So Activision Blizzard, okay, people say, "Oh, Activision's so great," Blizzard's not the company it used to be, okay. The thing is, for the longest time, I was never able to play any of the games like Blizzard. People kept telling me how great Blizzard was a company, but I couldn't play any of the games because they never put their games on consoles. They never do. But now they're stripping all the games from the video streaming service GeForce Now to get got some positive buzz for it came out beta last week. After years of testing, especially compared to last fall's lackluster launch of Google Stadia, but the library keeps releasing games, and like we have a tough time getting people to sign up for subscription. Well, we all know who is behind this. Blizzard, greedy Blizzard, greedy Blizzard, greedy Blizzard. Of course, Blizzard is, of course, of course, all the Call of Duty games have been pulled, because of course Blizzard has to do this. Sekiro, Cell that type, and Hearthstone and Overwatch, and probably some, more niche games got pulled as well, But because the niche games, they're not really major games, so we're not talking about those niche games. But, the major games like Call of Duty and Sekiro, Hearthstone, and Overwatch, okay? This is why. Activision Blizzard, okay? It's unclear why the games disappeared 1 week from now, but of course, Blizzard, of course, has no comment, okay? Which, they have signed something to do with, agreement with Google as well as under posters exports conferences exclusively to YouTube. So, of course, Blizzard has to be, is more for Google's, for the failing Google Stadia, which no one is buying Google Stadia. Google keeps trying to promote Google Stadia, but no one buys it. No one is buying Google Stadia. The app is underperforming. No one buys the app, okay? But NVIDIA said that both technical business hurdles that must be cleared bringing the games to the service. But now NVIDIA has talked to its publishers to bring games to GeForce Now. Company presumably select different kinds of SDKs for, say, Xbox Game Pass. That's one big catch of GeForce Now. I think other game companies should really go out and support NVIDIA, because this is just Blizzard being the, way they are. Oh, there's not some other games that have been pulled out. Not Call of Duty. It's Crash Bandicoot. That's the only other game that Activision put out that got discontinued. Diablo 3, StarCraft 1 2, and World of Warcraft. Which, either way, you had to pay a subscription for World of Warcraft, okay? And Heroes of the Storm, which is a dead game, okay? Like Overwatch, okay? Overwatch is a dead game, okay? It's just scummy on Activision's parts. Very, very scummy. And this is why people don't really, most people don't really like game companies. Gaming as a whole, because of these gaming companies, is being less and less trustworthy. Activision used to be one of the most loved companies, Activision, especially Blizzard. Bethesda, no longer trustworthy. None of these companies are trustworthy anymore, okay? Because it's just all these companies that used to be trustworthy and used to put out quality products now do not do it anymore. They only care about money. They only care about greed, okay? EA, okay? It's funny, these companies are all taking lessons from EA, I guess, because that's how it is every single time, okay? So any game from major party developers from, Capcom, EA, and Square Enix will no longer be found out once, and how you can add Activision or Greedivision onto it. And of course, EA is probably going to make their own crappy streaming service. I think they already do. It's on the Xbox. And I think everybody game mixed up with Ubisoft. Ubisoft has their own streaming service, and gaming streaming is gonna be the same thing. Okay, the same thing. Okay, the same thing with movie streaming. You have all the gaming companies making their own streaming for their own games, and that's why streaming as a whole will fail. And so there will be one or two or three streaming sites, major ones. But now, every gaming company wants to make their own streaming site. Same thing with, the streaming wars. There's like there'll be 10 different streaming services. And again, I do want more competition, but really, the streaming wars is just absolutely pointless. It's like cable, basically, Yeah, and, you have all, for example, Disney has all the movies on one. Warner Bros. Has all their movies on one. And, it's going to take, Amazon, cover Amazon and, for example, Amazon and, of course, let's not forget Netflix, have to scramble for independent movies. And the last few companies that have their own streaming, that don't have their own streaming, so there's Paramount, Universal, and Lionsgate, and a few indie companies as well. So that's basically, and it's really the same thing with gaming. There'll be the Xbox one, there'll be the Google one, there'll be the video one, there'll be the EA one, there'll be the of course, let's not forget the Ubisoft one. There will probably be one for like every company. It's just getting ridiculous nowadays. Blizzard has their own, okay. Won't be surprised if Epic Games make a streaming service as well, okay. And this is why streaming is ridiculous. It's us becoming cable all over again. And no one wants to pay. And if you're a fan of this film in general, or gaming in general, you'll have to pay out like hundreds of dollars, no, over almost $100 a month for all these stupid streaming services. So that's basically it. Goodbye. If you really want to stream movies or games, just pick one, okay?